Hi, in this video we're going to go over how to locate court records in the state of Washington. To get started, visit washingtonpublicrecords.com. I'll have a link in the description. You can click on that or just type it into your browser. On the home page you will notice a database. It's alphabetized of the different public record sources you have in the state of Washington. So some of these might be useful just depending on what your research is all about. We have created also pages for the most sought after records, so background checks, criminal records. If you hover over other records, you'll notice there's a page, there's a court records page here. So we're going to talk about this here. Let's click on that. So once you're on one of the more detailed pages, you will notice here for courts specifically, you have a list of all the different courts you have available in the state of Washington and what each of these courts, what types of cases these courts work with. And on top of that, there's also a link, if a link is available, to do if in some cases you have to go to the courthouse to do your research. In some cases there is an available online database. So you have this information available to you here for specific courts and what cases these courts work with. Another thing to consider, I'm going to click on background checks here. It are also county courts. So sometimes instead of doing research at the state level, maybe you want to focus in specifically on just King County courts. And so you have special databases, more localized databases at the county level, and you can work with these databases also. Just depends how deep you want to research. If you want to maybe view the documents differently, maybe the research is a little more comfortable or better. It just depends. So you have to play around with some of these databases and figure out what works better for you. Another thing to consider is using the name search on top. And so what this does, it's not just bringing in information from Washington, it goes outside other states. So let's say you're looking for a divorce record or maybe a criminal record. So if you're just checking at the county level or the state level in Washington, but let's say these events happened in Utah or maybe in Oregon or maybe in Texas, and so they end up moving to Washington, living here, and people move around quite a bit these days. If you want to make sure you have more information, if you want to make sure you have that nationwide look at somebody, utilize the private database also. So once again, it's washingtonpublicrecords.com. Come on down and get started on your Washington court records research. Thank you.